Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I have not been this excited to film a video for you guys in so long because I'm engaged. That feels so crazy to say that to you guys, and I'm so excited to share this news. If you guys watched my Cancun video, you probably already know that, or if you follow me on Instagram or any of my other socials, you probably know that. But this is like my main announcement that I am, yes, engaged to the love of my life, Ryan, and we are so excited for this next chapter in our lives. So I wanted to sit down with you guys and give you a tutorial on this makeup look. It's like a blush and brown, like kind of smoky eye, but like very neutral, but also glam, I guess. I feel like I haven't done a makeup tutorial in so long for you guys, so I wanted to sit down and talk about everything and how the proposal went down, and yeah. I'm just really excited to sit down and talk with you guys because I feel like it's been so long. If you guys are new here, please consider subscribing. Give this video a thumbs up if you're excited for a bunch of wedding content and you want to follow me along on this new journey in my life. And let's just get right into the video. Alright, so we're just going to jump right into the makeup tutorial because I have a lot to talk about, and we're going to get in completely the entire story of how I got engaged and my proposal and the ring and everything. So first I'm going to show you the ring. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's everything that I wanted. It's a round cut. I don't know exactly how many carats it is because I don't care to know. I don't want to get into any of that. All I know is it's beautiful and I'm obsessed with it. I did not pick it out. He picked out everything. The only thing that I did tell him is that I wanted round cut and silver, and that's it. So he did a great job. I'm going to insert a picture right here for you guys so you can see like the sparkle and just how beautiful the ring really is. I'm so blessed to have this ring. I can't stop staring at it, and it's been about a month now. So I'm finally ready to sit down and talk with you guys. I've literally been in Mexico for what feels like a month because we did get engaged in Cancun, Mexico, and then like a week or two later I had a bachelorette party for one of my friends in Tulum, Mexico. So I've just spent, like, things have been crazy. What people don't tell you when you get engaged is that there's so many parties and like people, like you go out to dinner with a lot of people and celebrations, and it's just like a lot. So like the past month I've been super busy and just had like a ton of stuff to do. So I'm finally ready to sit down and talk with you guys and chit chat and do our makeup together. I feel like I haven't done a makeup tutorial and literally, actually it's been like 2 years since I did, like, my boyfriend does my voiceover when I did a makeup tutorial for like New Year's Eve, like 2 years ago to 3 years ago. I feel like makeup tutorials have really kind of just been swept under the rug on YouTube, and I don't know why. I mean, I know like during the pandemic, like everyone was super into skincare and like that whole like glam YouTube beauty guru phase kind of went away, but I'm excited. I mean, I never stopped loving makeup. I did stop buying a lot of makeup, so a lot of the stuff that you'll see that I'm using is like older products and stuff, but this is like my everyday kind of makeup tutorial if I were like to do like a little bit of a glam full face look, but like nothing too crazy. So I'm excited to sit down and talk with you guys and just do our makeup. So before we get into talking, I'm going to be taking this Dewy and Smooth Maybelline Fit Me. This is the 220 foundation. I use this all the time. I cannot tell you the last time I bought a foundation. If you guys have been following me for a long time, you know that I used to religiously use the Becca Dewy foundation, and I haven't used that in forever because this one is like such a good dupe and it works just as good and it's beautiful and it's way cheaper. So I'm just using this really dirty brush. I can't even tell you where I got this because I think I had this brush since I started doing YouTube, but this foundation's like almost gone. So I have to like use a skinnier brush. Put that all over our face. I have a little bit of self-tanner on my face, that's why I might look a little bit crazy, but put the hair back. By the way, this shirt is from Princess Polly, and I'm obsessed with it. I'm really taking a risk here wearing a pure white shirt while doing my makeup, but that's okay. That's what bleach is for, right? And then this is the Sonia Kashuk foundation brush. I love this. I've been using it for a very long time. I find it so much easier just to use a brush instead of a beauty blender. It saves time and I feel like it just goes more evenly. And you don't have to worry about brush strokes just because once everything else and like is set with setting powder and everything, it will be completely fine. You won't see all those brush strokes. Put a little bit on my neck. Alright, now I do have eyelash extensions, and I did brush them out as much as I could. They're a little bit grown out, so this is as good as it's gonna get. And literally look what I just did. I just got makeup all over me. Okay, so anyways, don't mind. I just tried to get as much off as I could, but it's still kind of there. But anyways, okay. So then we're gonna take my Anastasia brow pomade in dark brown, and I'm just using, again, this super old brush that I've had from like CVS from like 100 million years ago. But yeah, so what I wanted to talk to you guys about, so the proposal, obviously. I cannot believe that I'm engaged. I feel like since I've started YouTube like 5 years ago, the first like videos that really made me like want to jump into YouTube and start doing YouTube were like watching wedding videos and wedding planning videos from like some of my favorite YouTubers. And I just always, I knew that one day it would happen, but I don't know. I just felt like that could never be me, you know? Like, I can't believe I'm actually going to be doing wedding content on my channel. I have so many fun things planned for you guys. Also, I'm taking my Brow Wiz pencil just to like fluff up my brows and fill them in. I don't have anything done to my brows besides like brows besides like some plucking and stuff. But yeah, I feel like ever since I started YouTube, I've been wanting to do like wedding planning videos. I just think they're so fun to watch. So if you guys do as well and you're excited for that, please subscribe to my channel, because the next video that you guys are going to see is actually us picking out our venue and like going to look at different venues in the area and everything. So that's going to be super fun. I have like bridesmaids videos, and literally I'm going to be taking you guys along with me with absolutely everything that we're doing for the wedding. So I want you guys to feel like you're a part of it. So if you're excited for that, please subscribe to my channel, and you guys can come along with my whole entire engagement and wedding process, and I just can't wait to share that with you guys. So for those of you that have been following me, you guys know my fiance now, which I am having a hard time getting used to saying fiance. It just sounds so fancy. I still catch myself saying boyfriend sometimes, but my fiance now, his name is Ryan, and we've been dating for, this year would have been 4 years, so it's been some time. You guys have seen him on my channel. I've done multiple videos with him. I also do like a Filipino, he is Filipino, I also do a Filipino like tasting series on my channel with his best friend and my best friend, Joe, and he's always behind the camera and directing those videos and stuff, so he's the one that obviously got me into like doing all those tasting videos, and they're super fun. I've really been like into the Filipino culture ever since I started dating him, and like the food and learning to cook it and like tasting it and everything, so those videos are super fun if you guys want to check those out. But he is he's my best friend. We've been dating, like I said, for like 4 years now, and I'm so excited. This is like the best thing that could have ever happened to me, and I'm so excited to marry my best friend, and I just can't believe that I'm actually engaged. Like, it still doesn't seem real. Like, brides out there or girls that are engaged, like, you guys will understand, like, does it seem like a dream? Because it doesn't seem real. Like, I feel like I'm still gonna wake up and like it's not real. Like, it totally transforms your relationship into like a totally different world. Like, it just brings you a lot closer, I feel like, and like the whole process and planning it together and everything, it seems so surreal to be doing this with him, and it's so fun. I have put a lot of things on hold besides the venue though, just because we were traveling a lot, but I did pick out my bridesmaids. He picked out his groomsmen. They don't know yet who, like, the bridesmaids don't know that they're being picked yet. I still have to ask them, but I like started putting their gifts together and stuff like that, and I'm gonna start looking for a dress. I can't even believe I'm saying that. I'm so excited. I do know that I want 2 dresses, but I have no idea like where to start or what to do. But if you guys have any tips for like engagement and the wedding planning process, please leave those down below in the comments, because your girl is gonna need some help. But anyways, I'm rambling. Let's talk about like the actual proposal. 1 second, I'm gonna finish my brows off camera just because I can't do them when I'm talking. Okay, brows are done. Anyways, so like I said, we got engaged in Cancun, Mexico, and I actually had absolutely no idea that he was proposing. A lot of people, like, to me, that's been the most asked question is, did you have any idea? And the answer is absolutely not, because just like any other trip, we booked this Cancun trip like so spur of the moment. We were just bored. It was really crappy weather here in Michigan, and we were like, wanting to go to Florida, but Florida prices were so super expensive, so we were looking up Cancun because he used to work up in Cancun. I love Cancun. We haven't been there in a few years. And there was a resort that he really wanted to try out, so we looked it up and it actually was a lot cheaper than Florida, so we were like, hey, why not? So we booked it with like in a month and we were leaving. So I really didn't think that he was gonna pull off and just randomly have this idea to propose to me on a trip that we just randomly booked. Every single year we take a vacation in June because my birthday is June 7th and his is June 11th, so we just do like a joint vacation for our birthdays. So we were planning on going to Morocco, and like that's such an extravagant trip, an extravagant place. I knew that we were gonna get engaged this year. Well, I was hoping. I had like kind of a feeling. He did bring over like a ring sizer and stuff like that, but I thought like it could have been this year, could have been next year. I was hoping that it was gonna be on our June vacation just because that's when I thought it was gonna be. So I had no idea that I was gonna be in Cancun. Anyways, let's pause for a second because I'm gonna start doing my eyeshadow. I'm taking this Revolution Beauty palette. This palette is absolutely stunning. It's super dirty, as you can see, and so are my brushes because, girl, I have not cleaned them in a while. And I'm just gonna take this darker brown color and put that like on the outer corner of my eyes. But yeah, anyway, so we booked this trip like super last minute. So I didn't think, not that I'm like not giving him credit, but I didn't really think that he was gonna like want to like rush into that. But little did I know he's had like these plans to propose to me this year for a very long time. And when I asked him why he didn't do it in June, because that's what I thought he was gonna do it, he said, you know, I just didn't want to wait anymore, like it was time. And so he actually like booked a photographer and everything for this proposal, and it was literally perfect, but we'll get into that. So I asked him after, obviously, he had to bring the ring all the way to Cancun in his backpack. And the scary thing about that is that I always overpack, so I always have to like put stuff in his backpack to fit and like not be overweight. So he had to make sure completely that I wasn't gonna go into this backpack on the way to the Cancun airport and everything and on the plane. So, but like weirdly enough, I actually didn't even try. Like he was just like, give me whatever you need to put into my backpack and I'll do it for you. And I was like, okay. I didn't like have any desire to like go in his backpack myself, so I mean that was good. Another thing is like if we would have gotten stopped at the Cancun airport by security or border control, they would have looked at that and went through it and taken it out of the bag, which is super scary because there were so many odds against us that could have ruined the surprise. And then once we were checking into the airport, or once we were checking into our hotel, the man at the front desk, because the reservation was in my name, he was like, oh, are you celebrating today? Are you celebrating anything this week, Miss Fisher? And I was like, no. And he was like, are you sure? Like kind of pushing me like, are you sure you're not celebrating anything? And I was like, no. I mean, like we went on Super Bowl Sunday actually here in the US. It was Super Bowl Sunday, so, and then the next day was Valentine's Day, so I was like, we're celebrating Valentine's Day? And he was just like kind of looking at me like, okay. And so Ryan was like, why don't you go get us a drink? And I was like, no, you know, I'll just wait for you. Like I still had all my luggage and stuff. I'm like, I'll just wait for you. And he's like, go get us a drink. I'm like, no, I'll wait for you. Like not understanding. And then like 5 minutes later, he's like, can you please go get us a drink? I'm like, fine. So I went and got us a drink, and I guess that's when Ryan was like, sir, I did not propose to her yet. So the guy at the front actually thought that we were celebrating our engagement and that he already proposed to me. So he could have ruined it right there, which would have been, oh my gosh. There was just so many ways that it could have been ruined, and like thank God that it wasn't, because I would have been so sad. I'm gonna go in with my Marc Jacobs concealer, and this is in the shade Awake. And I'm just gonna put that like in the corner of my eye because I'm gonna do another color, and that kind of just like cuts the crease. But yeah, there were so many odds that could have ruined the surprise, which I'm so happy it didn't. But anyway, so then we get to our room and there was a bottle of champagne. So I think that was also like supposed to be like celebrating our engagement, even though it didn't happen yet. But like I don't know, usually I'm like very onto him and very onto people, and I'm so hard to be surprised. Like he was actually supposed to propose to me a year before, and I ruined, like we had like a luxury picnic, and I figured out about the picnic, and later on he told me like that's when he was planning on proposing to me. So I like catch on to surprises, and I'm like super hard to surprise. So the fact that I like wasn't questioning anything and like it didn't even cross my mind is like, I think it was like just meant to happen. Like it was meant to be, like thank God I didn't question all of these different things. I just thought we were getting champagne in our room as like a welcome, you know, present. Like that was really nice. I need a fluffy brush. Gonna go in with this Moments color and I'm just gonna set the crease. But yeah, so anyway, so when we checked in, it was Super Bowl Sunday and the next day was Valentine's Day. A week before we even went to Cancun, Ryan said to me, you know, I think it's really lame when people propose on Valentine's Day. And I was like, oh, I don't. Like, why is that lame? You know, like, you're in love, it's a day, who cares? Like, I think it's actually cute. Yesterday's coffee. So like never in my mind, because he said that, did I think that he was going to propose to me on Valentine's Day if he thought it was lame, you know? But now I know he was just trying to throw me off and see what I said. But now I'm wondering, like, what if I would have said, yeah, I think it's really lame? Would he have still done it? I could have ruined it too, right then and there. Just going in my waterline with this NYX black eyeliner. Oh, it's hard to do that with one hand. And then I'm gonna take my Physicians Formula and Butter Blow Up Mascara. I love this mascara, I've been using it forever. Now I'm gonna do on my bottom line, I'm gonna do that Connect brown color again. So I never thought that he was going to do it on Valentine's Day if he thought it was so lame, but the next day, actually, let's go back to the night of the Super Bowl. We actually went to Senior Frogs. If you guys have been in Mexico, it's like a staple in Mexico. It's a party place. It's literally like the spring break place that you go to. And we got wild. And now looking back, I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, for someone who should be nervous, I mean, maybe that's why he did get pretty drunk. But like for someone who is really nervous and gonna have such a big day the next day without me knowing, like he really partied and so did I. So the next day we woke up like pretty hungover and we were just like hanging out by the pool, and then that morning he was like, oh, I have to go down to the front desk and check in to set up our transportation because we were going to swim with the dolphins the day after, or 2 days later. So I was like, okay, like do your thing, like I'm tired as hell and hungover, so you can go do that. But realistically, he was really going to do a walkthrough with the photographer to see exactly where to go and what to do and set all that up. So again, oblivious, had no idea. So then that day he's like, so we have dinner reservations for Valentine's Day tonight at Rosa Negra. Well, he actually didn't tell me what place we were going to for dinner, but Rosa Negra is where we ended up going, and it's this beautiful like Tulum restaurant that came to Cancun now, and I love it and it was beautiful. But anyways, so he's like, we're going out to Valentine's Day dinner, and then the rest of this conversation might seem weird to you guys because a lot of boyfriends wouldn't really care about this stuff, but Ryan has always been like super like supportive and into like my YouTube channel and my Instagram and like taking content photos and helping me like some nights we'll literally sit there and just like brainstorm ideas for my YouTube channel and stuff, and like I get his input and he's super helpful with that. So he's really into it. So when he said, be ready around 4:30 because 4:30 we're gonna take Instagram pictures on the beach because that's like the perfect time when the sunset hits and it's like really good lighting for photos. So I was like, okay, and I didn't think anything of it because that's like a normal thing that he would say. So I was like, okay, and he's like, what are you wearing? And I'm like, oh, I'm just thinking of like wearing this pink dress, which you guys will see in the photos. I'm just thinking of wearing this pink dress, and he's like, perfect. I didn't think anything of it because like he was just complimenting what I was gonna wear. But he wanted to see what I was gonna wear. Like, what if I was like, oh, I'm gonna wear 6-inch heels? He would have probably been like, no. I'm gonna put a little bit of like a nude-ish color where I put that concealer, and I'm gonna take this Memories color right here. It's like a blush nude, and I think that will be really pretty. Right on top there. But yeah, so he's like, okay, that's what, I was like, that's what I'm gonna wear, this pink dress, blah, blah, blah. He's like, okay, we have to be ready by 4:30. So 4:30 hits, we get all ready, and then we go like head to take Instagram pictures, and I'm like, oh, should I bring like my big professional camera? He's like, no, like we're gonna go out to dinner after, so you don't need to carry all that. I'm like, okay, weird. So then we start walking down to the beach, and I like see this man, well, I don't see him till like after, but now like realizing and looking back how good our photographer was. He was literally dressed up as one of the workers from the resort, and he was pretending to like fix a light bulb on the beach, and then all of a sudden when like the proposal started, he just like popped out of nowhere and started taking pictures. So like Luis from Fiesta Americana Condesa, You were awesome. He was so good. So we walked down to the beach, and I think like he's gonna pull out my phone and like start taking pictures, you know? And then all of a sudden he starts doing his speech, which I'm not gonna tell you guys like what the speech was because that's like personal in between us, but it was a really, really cute speech. And as soon as he started talking, his voice cracked, and I was like, I knew it was happening right then and there. I was like, oh my God, no way. Like, no effing way this is happening right now. And I literally just blacked out. If you guys have been proposed to before, you guys will understand, like, I obviously remember everything that he said, but like, I completely just like, I don't know, like I was in complete shock. So, oh my gosh. I just started bawling my eyes out, like completely like hyperventilating, bawling my eyes out. Like, I couldn't even believe it was happening. It was beautiful. The photographer was taking pictures. The water that day, I mean, every day in Cancun, the water is beautiful, but the weather was so perfect. Like, I'll insert pictures right here that Louise took. And doesn't this look like a background? Like, it looks fake because the water and the sun, and it was just like the most perfect day with the waves, and it was gorgeous. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better day, a better proposal. There was like so much thought put into it by Ryan, and I'm like so thankful for him for that because like, I know he's been planning this for a while, and it was perfect. Like, I know he was worried that I wouldn't think it was perfect, and I wanted a perfect proposal and all that. Realistically, I just wanted to be engaged to him and marry him, but like, it's a bonus that it was literally perfect. I actually forgot to look at the ring. I was so in shock. Like 40 minutes later, I finally was like, oh my God, I should look at the ring, and I couldn't stop staring at it. It was absolutely beautiful. Just the whole thing was perfect. I'm so, so happy and so blessed, and I'm so excited. I cannot believe that I'm telling you guys that I'm engaged. Like, I feel like I have been on YouTube for so long now, and like now I have this whole another chapter with you guys of my life to share with you guys, and I'm so excited. Like, I'm just happy, and like, life couldn't be better. I'm so excited. But anyways, so when I talk, I like forget that I'm still doing my makeup. So I'm taking this e.l.f. concealer in the color Light. This is the perfect dupe for Shape Tape. Way cheaper. Again, we gotta save the money, especially if we're having a wedding. So I'm just gonna put that on my face and take a beauty blender and blend that out. But yeah, life is good. I hope you guys are doing great as well. Oh my gosh, so we're getting married next year, which gives me tons of time. I love that. I wanted a fall wedding, and I felt like this fall was too soon, and I didn't, so it just, you know, it had to be next fall. That was just like the perfect time. I'm gonna set my concealer with this Morphe Bacon Set Brightening Pink Setting Powder. This is my absolute favorite setting powder of life. I'm obsessed with it. It makes your under eyes look so smooth. There's no flashback. Just gonna put that on for a second. Sides of my nose, a little bit there. Now we're gonna brush that off. I'm not even like really telling you guys the brushes just because they're all so old. They like half of them don't even have the number on them anymore. Then yesterday, like the first makeup I bought in forever, I had a gift card, so I picked up this Fenty Beauty Cream Bronzer in the color Butter Biscuit, and I really don't even know how to use it, but I think I'm just gonna put like a little bit on a beauty blender. Contour with it. Oh, it's actually pretty, it's nice. And then I'm taking my favorite contour palette, which is this Park Princess. You guys, all my makeup looks like literal shit. Like, it looks like it's been through hell and back. So I'm just gonna take my bronzer brush and I'm gonna set that contour. So yeah, so a lot of people are asking too, like, did he get your parents' blessing like before he did it? And the answer is yes. My parents were the only people that actually knew that he was going to propose to me a couple days before he called them and talked to them. They didn't tell anyone because they didn't want anyone to ruin the surprise. After we got engaged, he was like, you have to call your mom, and I was like, my parents know? Like, I had no idea that my parents knew. I'm taking this, by the way, this Rare Beauty in the color Happy, this liquid blush. It's like my new favorite product. I'm obsessed with it. This color was like sold out everywhere, but secret, I don't know if you guys know this, which I'm sure you probably do. If you pull open the drawers underneath the products at Sephora, they have like a stock, and that's where I found this. But yeah, so I called my mom and she was like, oh my god, it was so hard to keep this secret from you all day, because I was actually FaceTiming her like during the day, and Ryan was like, who are you on FaceTime with? And I was like, my mom, and he was like getting nervous because, I mean, he knew my mom wouldn't say anything, but still, like it's hard to like keep a secret and like act normal when something that big is happening. And then I actually, like I said, I was so in shock. I just like posted a picture on Facebook of like my ring, and I was like, I'm getting married, and I literally forgot to like even tell, oh, by the way, I'm setting it with this NARS Deep Throat blush. And I like forgot to tell like my close friends and stuff, like tell them first before I just like posted it on Facebook. So I felt bad about that, but like I was in shock. You can't blame me. But it was just like so anticipated, and I was like, I've been waiting for this for so long, and I'm just so excited that I get to marry him, and oh, I'm so excited. So that night after I called my parents, we went to Rosa Negra, and there was like a fireworks show. We had this most amazing dinner, sparklers and an amazing dinner, and like it was like just celebrating like what happened, and it was amazing. So we had the most perfect night, and I couldn't have asked for a better proposal. And now like just being engaged, like I said, it's just like a whole new world. Like I'm gonna go in with my Becca, a real throwback, Becca Champagne Pop. If you guys remember this, you're a real one. It's still an oldie but a goodie. I'm gonna put that on my cheeks, a little bit on my nose and my chin. And then we are going to set with this Anastasia Dewy Setting Spray. I shouldn't have been talking when I did that. But yeah, the whole time in Mexico was just like a dream. I'm happy too that like when he proposed to me, it was like the beginning of our trip, because then we had like the whole week to just celebrate. We ended up extending our trip and just like enjoying being engaged. And that's what we've been doing ever since then. It's just like enjoying being engaged and like kind of taking a step back. I'm just really happy. Really happy. I'm gonna be taking this NYX in the color Rose, this lip liner. Line my lips. I like really wear lip liner, but when I do, I'm like, why don't I wear it more? And then my favorite, I'm taking my Creme Brulee by Kylie Cosmetics lipstick. Obviously, it's my favorite. It's literally almost gone. I wear this like every day. It's my favorite. My lips are so chapped, so don't judge me on that. But yeah, guys, that's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this like chit chat, get ready with me, and story time video. I just really missed you guys, and I feel good about like sitting down and talking with you guys about everything, and wanted to fill you in on what's going on in my life. And obviously this is a big change, and my channel's gonna like, I'm still gonna do all the rest of my videos, like my travel videos and my daily vlogs and my Filipino tasting videos and stuff like that, but I'm also gonna include wedding content, like I said a million freaking times. So I'm really excited for that and to take you guys along with this. So give this video a thumbs up if you guys did enjoy this, and I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look. This is kind of just like a quick, easy glam that I do all the time if I'm like going out or in like a rush, or even sometimes I do this for work. So if you guys enjoyed this, like I said, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you guys as a part of the family, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye guys.